No idea what's going on with my technology tonight. I've just tried to do a Zoom and that completely cut out for some reason. And then I did a live and that completely cut out. I thought, this is not good. And then I had to do a live again in the training group. So, I've just rolled this out to my team. Not my team, the whole team. Some of my team. And I really think this is the time for networkers or for anybody who works from home or whatever it is that you do. I really think that this is a good time before all of this madness happens that is Christmas. Before we know it, we're going to be in 2019 and a lot of networkers are going to be like, okay, what do I do now? And I know that. So I just rolled this training out to the team and I hope that you could take some benefit from this. I hope that this may help you. This is tried and tested guidelines when it comes to goal planning. It's universal really, so it can work with any business, it can work with small goals, it can work with big goals, whatever it actually is, it can work with any goals really. So really what I started off was just asking the team, just saying, you know, have you ever just made a bold statement, which is a goal? Have you ever just made a really bold statement of a goal and then you've gone along and it's flopped? You sort of thought, well, what happened there? You sort of think, what happened to that goal? Oh. Now, you're not alone, okay? It happens. Doesn't it? It happens. We make these really bold statements and then they flop to nothing. Now the reason being, and I used to do this when I was in banking, so I know that this works, but the reason being is that there's been no actual planning there. It's really easy to say, I want to do this, I want to do that, but it's actually, how are you actually getting to that point? Okay, so this is what I just went through with the Power Tribe. Like I said, it can actually work with anything. This goal planning can actually work with any goal, personal, family life, whatever it may be. I know, right? It it happens, all right, especially when it like rolls in, you know, like January, the start of January 2019, and then it's the end of January and you think, oh my god, what did I actually do this month? So I know that it happens. It just, we get carried away, don't we? Okay, it's really easy to say a load of goals that we want now, and then the madness of Christmas comes along and then those goals get forgotten. It's just the way that it happens. It is just life. But if you're really, really serious, whatever company you're with, whoever you're working with, whatever your business is, whatever your goals are, if you're really deadly serious about them, then this can work for you. So if you think this may help you, you might want a pen and paper and you might want to just jot down some notes. I hope that it helps you because it's helping my team and it's helped me for the past 15 or so years. So this does work, like I said, with absolutely any goals that you have. Okay, so this planning, these guidelines really can help you stay on track, and that's what you really need when you're really dead set on a goal. When you really want something, you really want to see something through, then this will really help you to stay on track with your goals and to help you attain those goals, because ultimately you're making these goals and you want to smash them, don't you? You don't want to just be like, well, that went by. So this is where this can really help. Okay, this is probably one of the keys to your successes. This is just one key to your successes, because I think there's a variety of keys. Okay, if you imagine holding a huge keychain with lots of keys on there, there is lots of keys to your actual successes, but this is just one part of them. Okay, so first of all, SMART goal guidelines, SMART goal planning is really to get specific. Alright, so you want to be specific in your goals. Okay, we're so busy day in, day out, and it's like, what is actually specific about the goal? It's really easy to forget the goal. So you really, 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 really want to be uber specific. I mean, you really want to get right in there and you want to get down and dirty with that goal. And you want to pick the bones out of that goal, okay? The more specific that you are with your goal, your you're more likely to actually get that goal. Okay, you're more than likely to actually stick to that. You're more than likely to attain it. So you want to get really in there and you want to get there. So a little example that I gave to the team earlier is that a general goal, just in general, this is just a general goal, would be I want to put on 2 stone in 2019 in a healthy way. Okay, that is just a general goal. Okay, but a more specific goal would be I will lift in the gym for 45 minutes on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday, and I'm purely going to be focusing on muscle mass building activities. Okay, that's really specific because you obviously, that is your goal, that's what you want, but being specific is what you're actually going to do. Now, in doing that, in working out the specifics, we did have the 5 W's as well, which is really, really easy. And it's basically the who, the what, the where, the why, and the when. Okay, so the who. Who is actually involved in this? Who is involved in this goal planning? Who is involved in your plan? And the what. What do you want to accomplish? What is it that you want from it? Where, and where is the location going to be? Why? What is the why? What is your reason for actually wanting to do something? What is your reason for actually putting down that goal? And when? You need to establish a time frame. When do you want this done by? Okay, so that's just specific. That's just the S of SMART is just specific, and the M is measurable. Now, measurable, you really want to establish how you're actually measuring this. So, like I said to the guys, you could screenshot your back office, which is now, and you could keep screenshotting that each week, and you could print it off and have it in a folder so you can actually plot your progress. So you can see exactly how you're going along, and that's going to be more measurable. You need to ask yourself, you know, how will I know when I've hit my goal? You need to ask yourself that question because you need to know that. So really you want to be actually really measuring and coming up with some sort of system to actually measure that progress. Okay, you're more likely to stay on track if you can actually see your progress. So if you could see your figures as of now and then you saw them in 4 weeks time, you'll know that you're making progress there, and then of course you're going to feel good about that progress, so then you're going to keep going more and more and more. So that's the S as specific, M as measurable, and A is attainable. Attainable, you want to focus on what is important to you. Okay, what is actually important to you and what's attainable for you. Okay, again, you're more likely to actually get your goals that way. If it's important to you and it is in your grasp, then you're more than likely to actually get that. Okay, R is realistic. Again, with the bold statements, how many times do you say a bold statement, it comes to nothing because it wasn't very realistic? Yeah, it wasn't realistic at all. You actually want to be setting a goal that you are willing to work for. There's a massive word there. Willing to work for. So many people just want it now. They want it done for them. Well, when you are looking at goal setting for your own goals, you need to be willing to work for that. Now, thank you. You need to be willing to work for that. Your goal should be aspirational AF. It really should be inspirational, but realistic. Okay, you really want to keep it realistic. I wouldn't take on a newbie and do training with a newbie, smart goal planning with a newbie, and say, right, okay, I want you to be the highest rank that we have in our company, which is Crown Diamond, in 6 months. That's not realistic, and it's certainly not fair on the newbie. So you really need to be realistic. You really do need to be realistic in your goal planning. So that's the R. And then we got the T, which is timely. Okay, every single goal should have a time frame. If there's no time frame, there's no urgency. So even is it goal? You know, you really need, you want that urgency there. You want that sense of urgency. You're you're amazing, you are, Susie Beam. You want that time frame. Okay, Success does love speed, and it thrives in its environment, and that's a fact. It just does. Okay, you'll be on a roll, so you're selling product, or you've got more clients, or you've enrolled more people, or you've got more views to your website, you've got more people on your email list. Whatever it actually is that is your goal, you'll notice that when you're thriving, it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, and that's because success literally loves speed, and it will literally thrive in that environment. Okay, when people say to me someday or one day, that's infinity beyond, isn't it? Like Buzz Lightyear. It's like someday or one day I'll do this. Well, it's literally sticking your finger in the air, isn't it? It's not a time frame. Someday or one day is definitely no time frame of mine. It's not going to happen. Like I said, this isn't just for networking, really. It can be for absolutely anything. Even if you're employed and you have a team and you have goals, like I was in the bank, I was a bank manager, you can adopt this. You can adopt your specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and timely guidelines in anything. Even if you want to lose some weight, if you want to put on some weight, if you want to be able to employ some people by the end of the year, whatever it actually is, you can use these guidelines and it will really keep you there. And I said to the team, you can actually do a spider diagram, you can plot this out however you want to. Okay, you can even work with your upline, you can work with your sideline, you can work with your boss, you could work with employees, you can do this, you could work with a gym buddy. However it actually is that you find that you work best, then I suggest you do it. You know, some people are better working on their own. Some people love to have a little brainstorm, you know, get on a conference call or a FaceTime or whatever and then have a little brainstorm with people, because there's sometimes things that you may have forgotten that they've remembered and vice versa. So it's really good to get involved with others, because ultimately you are helping each other become accountable in getting those goals. The work side of thing is probably on you. All right, some people forget that. I've known so many people to join networking, join myself as well. They've joined networking and they think you're going to do it all for them. It's like, no, I'm not doing that for you. Sorry, hun. So they kind of forget that actually you need to do some of the work too. It's my business, it's your business. If it's just a hobby to you, that's no problem. But yeah, you go as far as you want to, but I'd definitely say with whatever you do, if you're looking to go as far as you can, you need to plan it out, because if not, what is it they say? If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. I have to think about that one. But that's what they say, and that is so true, because you've got no marker there. You've got no indication. Where's your destination? You have no idea of where you're going. You're clueless. It's just a bit of a mystery, isn't it? You'll just end up wherever you'll end up. It's like me saying, well, I want to get to Scotland, getting in my car without planning it, and I end up in Wales. Okay, that legit could be me and happen to me. But if I'm not planning it, my journey in the route planner, then it's going to happen. Okay, so that was very punchy. It was very short and sweet, because my Wi-Fi's been a little temperamental and I didn't know what was going to happen. So please don't jump out on me again. So have a wonderful evening. As always, you're welcome to message me if you need any breakdown on the SMART goal guidelines, then I'm happy to do that, no problem at all. If it helps you, tag away. Even if it's a team, if it's friends, like I said, gym or anything like that, then just tag away, because you'll be surprised actually. If you put this in motion and you really action this and you see it through, you'll be incredibly surprised at the results that you'll get. Trust me on that. Trust me. It's easy. Night all.